Hi everyone and welcome to this new video with me Shruti. So in this video I'm going to be speaking a little bit about what's happening now because we've stepped into this beautiful month of September that's really potent, and we have two eclipses in this month, and we're really feeling that these new doorways are opening up. Because a lot of astrologers also are talking about this, about how just this grand cycle is closing, something is coming to a completion, and we're stepping into a new cycle. And many of us, who are ascension way showers and pioneers, we were triggered around the time of around the time of 2012, a little before that perhaps, and we were triggered into these awakenings and the process of empowering ourselves. And now it feels like, after all of these years, that something grand is closing and shifting, and all of these dreams that we always held, because we carry this frequency of the new that we are bringing, because we are the mentors of the new earth. And we're really feeling how we are stepping more into that, in more physical ways as well. And we're seeing how it is to come in the time to come. So if you are feeling the call of the new in this way, then I want to just share some messages that have been coming through for me, because these messages, they apply to all of us, because it's about this general shift that is happening. And just as an encouragement, I would like to share this. Also because the month of September, we're already facing all of these challenges that are coming up with the intense energies. And what happens is that when we go through challenges, then we can kind of have this limited perspective and only see that limited box that's in front of us about the challenge, and we lose sight of the grander scheme of things, which is this grand shift that is occurring, and you're a part of this grand shift. And you're a mentor of the new earth, if you have been devoted to this path of ascension for a long time now, then things are really shifting. And I just want to say, don't be hesitant to make those choices that are pulling you in the direction of the new. And you're feeling this at a heart level, and maybe you don't have the words for everything yet, and you don't have all the facts, all the details, but there's something in your heart that's showing you, and you're being encouraged to make these kind of bolder choices, put yourself more out there, be more vulnerable in relationships as well, because this is also a time of divine reunions. So that's why I'm making this video, just to encourage all of us. And the message that is coming through very strongly is about the embracing of this, of the divine will, of a will that is greater than our own. So for instance, we might have gone through some situations with others before, where maybe we had some disagreements or some falling out kind of a thing with others. And we may be guided now to come back, like to reunite, but in a new, different way. So, or you might be experiencing new relationships that are coming up as well, and you feel something there, but you're a little bit hesitant to put yourself forward. And so now we're really being encouraged to just drop all of those barriers that we had, because those barriers, they come from these attachments to the various identities that we attached ourselves to, of being a certain way, of being in the safe zone, instead of just being as we are. So I'm really finding in my life how when I interact with beings, new people that are coming, and even if I'm guided to reconnect with somebody and kind of embrace that space of vulnerability more, I'm finding how it's just happening through, these connections are happening through the beloved heart space. And I just feel how there's no barrier anymore, and I just am as I am, and that's how I express myself. So there's great freedom when we allow ourselves to embrace that. And what's happening is that we may be surprising ourselves in this way by taking these bolder steps, and this is showing us where we're really ready to step to embrace more of the new and really move forward into that. So don't ignore those nudges that you're getting from spirit. So the other messages that keep coming up are about the Atlantean era and the Lemurian era, and this color turquoise also keeps coming up for me. So what Spirit is sharing is that we are really creating something that is just so grand and unprecedented, because back in these various eras of Earth that we experienced, we were maybe integrating more of one polarity. So for example, the Lemurian era is associated more with the feminine side of things, and the Atlantean era more with the masculine. But now is the potential for the meeting of both. And when the masculine and feminine, the divine masculine and feminine come together, then this new energy is created. And that's why this is the new earth that we're creating together. And this is why, we can't be scared of that fusion that happens when you meet somebody who is of the opposite polarity, and maybe they mirror something to you, things that still need to be integrated. But really, what it's showing you is your own divinity and those soul essences that want to be birthed. And we may have had some experiences, in the past when we met with such an energy, and maybe we didn't experience them as pleasant because they were challenging, or we let go of some people like that. But know that, every new cycle, the way of the divine feminine is to embrace these cycles that happen, the cycle of death and rebirth. So every new cycle brings a new energy. So you won't be creating something from the old unless you choose it, unless you want to. So a new cycle brings something new, and we really are wiser, and we're stepping into this, embracing this new level of love. So it's not as if the results are going to be the same again unless we choose so. So all of these new doorways are opening up, and you will be feeling them, and just go in with all of you, don't hold back. And because this is a really pivotal time for us, for what's to come in the following years, not just this year. And the choices that we make, will really shape that as well. Okay, so guys, the camera keeps cutting me off for some reason. It keeps stopping. So basically, the main message that I want to convey in this video is that we're becoming these mentors of the new earth, and how we are doing this is through our own unique soul frequency. So embrace your uniqueness, and don't be scared of bringing it forward in relationship with others and expressing it as you are, because we can't be scared of that process of fusion any longer, of our own expressing our own self as we are, and embracing the frequency of another, even though it's like that opposing frequency, because it is in this fusion that this new is birthed. And that's what the beautiful potential is of this new age. And we don't even know what we can create with it, because in the years to come we'll be creating these communities as well, enlightened communities. But before that, we need to go through our own process of enlightenment ourselves. And when we meet beings who are also on the path of self-mastery in this way, then they really trigger that the best in us, you can say, because maybe the masters of the past era, they were maybe just fewer of them. So when somebody would hold this frequency, this level of embodiment, then many others would flock to them, and it would maybe be more of a relationship of the teacher and the disciple. But now so many beings are embracing ascension, and ascension in the body. So many beings are becoming these masters, and so they really trigger that the best in us. And when we come together, then we can create something more, and which is at a grander level, which is these communities. So embrace your own role within relationships, and don't be scared to express yourself as you are, and be willing to be a bit more vulnerable, and especially where you are being nudged. And any communications within divine love are favored right now that you might be being nudged into, and reconnections as well. as well as, you know, connections with your soul family. There might be new people coming in as well, and if you have had this soul desire for a long time to make certain changes, because we're making these big changes, life altering changes even right now, and we're seeing how things are really shifting at a big level. So now is the time, you know, if you've always felt restricted in some way, you do have that choice to take it to the next level. So it's up to you if you're willing or not. And you know, the moment we embrace more of the new, we see just, you know, the immense potential, the freedom that's there, and we don't know that until we don't make that choice. So we also can't be kidding ourselves, you know, by kind of like whitewashing when we when we just convince ourselves that yes, I have done my inner work, when you really haven't, and you haven't gone in with all of you and made that choice to just surrender. So that's all that I want to say to all of you. And you know, if you're going through some challenges right now because it's a potent time, then know that there are these online communities, and you can join. And my community is on Facebook. It's called Living Our Ascension. Also, if you have any questions about this video and other things, you can send me a private message perhaps. I also have spiritual and ascension services, so you can check them out on my website if you need some personal help. It's www.wisdomtree333.com. And I'll see you in the next video. That's it from me. Enjoy the month of September.